welcome back to our NCAA football win total series. We are moving on to the Big 12, and we are on to Iowa State. And Iowa State's been pretty dang good since Matt Campbell took over. Took over in 2016, was 3-9 that year, but since then, 8 wins, 7 wins, 9 wins, 7 wins, 5 straight bowl games for Matt Campbell. And then in 2022 would be a 4-win season, kind of a step back for Iowa State going into last year. And last year they opened up with a win over Northern Iowa. They lost to Iowa at home. They would actually lose at Ohio and then beat Oklahoma State. They lost to Oklahoma on the road, then beat TCU at Cincinnati, at Baylor, lost by 7 to Kansas, beat BYU, lost by 10 to Texas, beat Kansas State. And this would put them in the AutoZone Liberty Bowl where they lost by 10 to Memphis. It would end up being a 7-6 season for Matt Campbell in his 8th year there. Campbell's back this year, new offensive coordinator for Iowa State, hoping to fix some of the offensive issues that they had last year. And when we look at what they've got coming in, this should be a pretty solid team. I like Rocco Becht at quarterback. He's a big-time playmaker. Threw for 446 yards against Memphis in the bowl game. He threw 10 touchdowns passes last year in his last 4 games and just 1 pick. He's a good quarterback. They have some good receivers too, and all the top 4 receivers are all back. Plus, they grabbed Army's Isaiah Alston. Good receiving core. Offensive line's pretty good. 4 starters are back. Jim Boniface is going to lead that. They also have the tight end, Steve O'Klotz, who's a great blocker. They have a good running back in Abu Sama. He's back after 614 yards last year. They also bring in Eastern Michigan's Jalen Jackson to help out this. The offense should be good. The question is going to be the defense. The defense was solid last year. They were actually second in the Big 12 behind Texas. The pass rush, though, needs to be better. If they can get better on the pass rush, they're going to be a better team. They have a great starting defensive line. J.R. Singleton and Dominique Orange lead that. They're a great tandem on the interior of the defensive line. At linebacker, they have some great linebackers in Caleb Bacon and Jack Sawowski. I like Carson Willich as just a third down outside linebacker who can just get to the quarterback. Secondary, they did lose TJ Tampa, but they've got some good corners. Miles Purchase is back. He was third on the team in tackles last year. Overall, the safeties are solid. They just need to create some more turnovers, and that's going to be the key here. Early in the season, when they were losing game, they turned over the ball too much. They didn't create enough turnovers. The team was 5-0 when not turning it over last year. 2-5 when they gave the ball away. If they can just create some turnovers and not force the ball downfield, this team's going to be good this year, and the schedule's pretty favorable. They open August 31st against North Dakota. That should be a win. September 7th is their game at Iowa. That's one of those you throw out the records. Anyone can win. Huge toss-up. Then a bye. Arkansas State September 21st. At Houston September 28th. Baylor October 1st or 5th at home, and then at West Virginia to end the kind of the front half of the season. October 19th is UCF before a bye. Then Texas Tech at home, at Kansas, Cincinnati at home, at Utah, and then Kansas State at home. They should be able to get some wins. When we look at the front half of the schedule, they're going to beat North Dakota. They could beat Iowa. They'll get Arkansas State. They're better than Houston. They're better than Baylor. They could easily start 4-2, if not 5-1. Then the back half, UCF's at home, Cincinnati's at home, Kansas State's at home, Texas Tech's at home. Even if they lose both road games, Kansas and Utah, this team's set up to win 8 to 9 games this year. The over-under set at 7.5 everywhere, the over being slightly favored, except for one spot. We're going to hit Bet 365. They have the over set as a slight underdog sitting at -105, and that's going to be our pick. Iowa State over 7.5 wins, -105. If you like this content, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, leave us a comment, and we'll see you next time as we continue in the Big 12.